Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Fittest Car Mods. Today, slash this episode, I should say, is a little bit different because I'm not going to be modifying a car. I got a boat. Here is the boat. It's 10-foot Livingston, and you notice that it is a twin V-hull. The advantage there is it is an extremely stable design that allows for more weight to be carried in a smaller boat package. Now you may be wondering, why did I buy a boat? Well, because I like to fish. But nonetheless, this is my first boat, and I am going to do a cheap boat build. I'm going to see how inexpensive I can get boat, trailer, and all of the associated things up and running to be on the water legally and safely. This is a Honda B100S. It's a 10 horsepower motor. I believe it's early 80s. I want to say it's an 82, but I'm not 100% sure. There's no date on the data plate. And as you can see on this side, it got dropped at some point and has some damage on the outside, but that does not affect it. It should fire up. I've already taken the spark plugs out. It has compression, so it should fire up once I get fresh oil into it, and also go through a couple of other small things which we will be documenting. The only bad thing is it did have gas in the oil, and I'm not sure how the gas got in the oil, nor am I sure how long the gas was in the oil prior to me taking possession of the motor. I only paid $100 for this, so worst case scenario, I'm only out $100. But I'm hoping that I can actually get it up and running well, and if I can get the motor, boat, and everything else running properly, then including the trailer modifications, which when I sell this boat, I don't plan on selling the trailer, so that really shouldn't be taken into account, but I'm going to anyways. I expect to be into this whole thing less than $500. I'm hoping for less than $400 to be out on the water, ready to go. Now, you're not supposed to run boat motors outside of water. I'm going to fire this and kill it, and that's it. I just want to see if it has ignition and gets fuel and whatnot. Ooh. And there's a first problem. Just got hosed with fuel, because there is a busted fuel line apparently. That's great. All right, fuel line has been replaced. Let's see if she fires here. Good morning, YouTube. This is day 2 of the boat project. Today going to be working on the fiberglass and possibly the wheels bearings on the trailer, and also putting a tongue jack on the front. That's going to be a problem. If you're going to build a boat, don't put holes in the air chambers that are going to keep you afloat if you get water in it. All right, here she is, all cleaned up. And now we get a real look at the damage. So this here, it does go down to the fiberglass like this in a couple spots where it was beached too many times. Originally I was going to do a fiberglass repair, but it looks like it's just the gel coat that came off and maybe a little bit of resin, so I'm just gonna do some epoxy over it. Now there is a lot of cracking in the gel coat. I'm not sure if it's from stress over time or whatnot, but I'm not too terribly worried about that, and unless somebody tells me otherwise, I'm not going to fret over that too much. But overall, it looks a lot better than I anticipated once it's all pressure washed off. This right here is just scuff marks, so I'm not at all worried about that. It's just this spot right here. Here's somebody's repair. Here's a spot that needs to be fixed, and there's some chipping back here that I'm going to have to deal with as well. Other than that, this is in much better shape than I anticipated it would be once I got it all cleaned off. All right, quick update. That's not welded on yet. So got the boat epoxied, sitting on the trailer, trying to get it so I can get it into the garage because it's supposed to start raining here pretty soon. So now I'm kind of changed how I'm going to be doing the trailer. So I'm going to be welding this bracket here, and eventually there will be a plate that a 2x4 will go across for the bow pockets. You guys are seeing what I mean when I said put some booger welds on this thing, because I really do not know what I'm doing with a welder at all. Well, it started raining about 2 hours earlier than it was supposed to, so I had to rush this whole operation to inside of the garage. I was hoping to do all of it outside, but the weather had other plans. This part here, that's going to have a cross brace to go to the bow, that is welded on where it's going to be. All right, let's see if she fires. I lost my recoil string, so I'm going to do this to see if I can get her going. Trying to fire. got the water level in the bucket raised up some, and now I've got warm water coming out of the coolant exit line, which is good. This thing must have been sitting for a little while. And that is where the recording of that video abruptly stopped. Or this project, I should say. Because I was in such a hurry to get everything ready, I had to stop filming. I had a trip coming up in a few days that I had to get everything done on the trailer for. You saw earlier in the video that the motor was smoking really, really badly. I just want to let you know that's no longer smoking. It's not dumping oil in the water. There's no residuals, anything like that. It's running like a top and pushes the boat along just fine. I won't get it up on a plane because it's a little underpowered for the double V hull, but it is running great now and have no issues with it, and you'll see that in future videos. What I didn't record was replacing the wheel bearings and the wheels. So now it has brand new wheels, tires, and wheel bearings with bearing buddies. Also, I don't think I recorded the building of the decks. You can see I carpeted and added decking, seats, the whole 9 yards. This has already been out on the water a few times. It works fantastically. I have a small pinhole leak right here that I need to epoxy. The fans are there for to dry it out because last time we went fishing in the rain. I've got the battery right there. Trolling motor mount is up on the bow. I need to fix that, do something a little bit different. I have a full decking that goes down here. You can kind of see how that sits. Fish finder here. Power cord obviously goes up to the battery, and then transducer cord goes underneath the decking back over to the transducer right here. And then I also have the charging system for the motor able to hook up like that. This box here has all of my legal stuff in it, so the whistles and miscellaneous tools, stuff like that. That sits behind me when I'm on the water. And I've got some fishing rod storage right here. These bungee cord goes to this loop right here and over there underneath that fishing rod. I do definitely plan on doing some on the water videos as well before I get this thing ready to sell. I do definitely plan on selling this because after having it out on the water 2 or 3 times with 2 guys in it, it's a little on the small side. It's super stable. 1 man would be great. Two guys is most definitely doable, and it's quite pleasurable. I caught a fairly large trout. It's the biggest fish I have personally caught because I'm fairly new to fishing. I caught a fairly large trout out of this boat, and that fishing day was a great day. I wish I had the GoPro running, but I haven't come up with a mount for the GoPro yet. So that's where this video is going to stop. This portion right here is actually filmed probably a month, 3 weeks to a month after I did the boat build because I haven't had time to edit this. So overall, I'm very happy with this build. If you liked this video, please drop me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you'd like to see anything new, better, good, bad, and different. I'm gonna try to keep a few more videos coming out now that I'm getting into my slow season. See if we can't get some fishing videos done, and heck, I might even take a couple hunting videos too while I'm out here this next week. Subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.